What impressed you most about CC today?
Just command, efficient. You know, the ability to use the cutter, obviously, in that lane, but then at any point could backdoor slider you. He was really, you know, it's kind of the reports we've been getting, and if you watched his outings kind of leading up to this as he's been working his way back, I feel like he's been pretty sharp overall, and it's been real smooth. And today it was just, man, really pitch efficient, and that's classic CC right there, generating a lot of weak contact.
Worked out with the bullpen, but was there any temptation at just 62 pitches, I believe, to put him back out there?
Yeah, and he fought me a little bit. Yeah. But I knew I was only going probably 8 or 10 more pitches, and could I really get him through that next inning? I didn't really think so, and then I was like, you know what, 5 shutout right now, and we felt really good about Domingo coming in that slot behind him and using him however we needed. So it kind of worked out perfect, but it was tough taking him out because he was on such a roll, and he had, you know, theoretically another, you know, I would have probably 10, 15 more pitches possibly.
Bullpen has a ton of talent, but they had a rough couple of days. Did they need a bounce back afternoon like this?
They were really good. You know, for Domingo to come in that role, obviously just in between starts here and really come in, what was impressive about him is his feel for his secondary pitches right away. He came in spinning it, had a good changeup, and was, you know, followed up CC. He was really pitch efficient, in complete command. And then for Zach to come in and be as crisp, that's about as crisp as we've seen him. Flashed a good breaking ball there for a strikeout, but the stuff was good, and he was real sharp. And then Chappie, you know, we're probably going to get Chappie in the game almost no matter what. You know, I think it's been 6 days since he's been out there. So to see him come in and not only, you know, throwing hard and you see the stuff, but just the command he had and the ability to flip in the slider as well. They were, the pitchers were great today.
Clap.
Aaron, could you talk about what it's like to see Sabathia on the mound and stabilize what had been really a bad week for you guys and just take control from the beginning?
Yeah, it means a lot to that room, that he came back, and to see him go, you know, he's, you know, long before I got back here, you know, he's always been that guy. I feel like that's, you know, you need a big outing coming off a loss or something, and he seems to always deliver in those moments. And for him, you know, start of his final season, first start of the year, to come out and really just have the just emotional command as well, to just really lock in and continue to execute pitches, was a lot of fun to watch him be so efficient in his first game.
Dan.
In that 7th inning, you got some contributions from the bottom of the lineup, which was filled with guys that hadn't done a ton yet this year. How important was that to, you know, just get some production from down there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've talked a lot. They're capable of, and you know, I thought Higgy had some really good at bats today. I think hit the ball on the screws 3 times. You know, for Luke to come in there and you know, get a hit off the bench there, and then Waiter to get that bunt down to kind of give us a little, just an add-on run there. Yeah, really good to see them contribute. Waiter with a couple really good plays in the field, and you know, that flexibility he gives you to bounce into the outfield as well. So good to see kind of everyone have a hand in a pretty well played game. Was
that bunt called for, or did he do that on his own? The Wade bunt. Yeah, that's a play. That's so it, you know, really good execution by him.
Anthony.
And was a consideration to hit Voit for Bird in that inning, or were you always going to save him for an RBI spot?
There was consideration, but it kind of came down to, in that spot, we wanted to have Voit available, and we knew that Burr would come into play, and we didn't mind that matchup for Voit. So it was kind of weighing, and we didn't mind the Bird matchup. We felt like there was an on-base element there against the lefty. So it was just kind of weighing the options and wanting to have Luke in that most kind of leveraged spot. So we talked about it, certainly considered it, but felt like it was the right thing to hold him back, for either the Talkman at bat or possibly deeper if it lent itself.
Dan.
When they, in that 7th inning, when they don't turn the double play on Greg's grounder, do you feel like that might be a turning point as it's happening, and something that you need to take advantage of, considering how things have gone the past few days?
Yeah, I mean, when you get a mistake happen on the other side, those are the times you gotta capitalize, and especially at a time when it's tough for us. We're kind of grinding through this, and you get the kind of pitching performance, and we catch a break now all of a sudden, and then guys go and take advantage of it and really execute at a high level to grab us a lead in what had been a really obviously well-played game on both sides.
I know you said before the game, the focus never wavers, or the desire never wavers, but after you come up with a win like that, is there an added sense of relief or something, after a losing streak this early in the season?
Look, nothing's better to me as a player and now as a manager than shaking hands at the end of the day. That's what, you kind of work towards all the time. And so anytime you haven't had that feeling in a few days, and it's a well-played game and your pitchers do that and you shake those hands, yeah, some days they're a little more impactful.
Anyone else?